3 days after I threw the clown costume away, I received a photograph. The picture showed me standing alone at a landfill. Someone had taken it from behind me. But that's not the terrifying part. Written on the back were 4 words: "Thank you for visiting." At that moment, I realized something horrifying. The costume hadn't been following me. Something else had. My name is Ethan, and this is why I'll never buy anything from a thrift store again. About a year ago, I found an old clown costume in a small shop that was closing down. It looked valuable. The price tag said $5. As I carried it to the counter, the owner suddenly looked nervous. He took my money, handed me the bag, and quietly said, "Don't wear it." I laughed and asked why. He never answered. He just watched me leave. That night, I hung the costume inside my closet and went to bed. At exactly 3:03 a.m., my phone rang. Unknown number. When I answered, all I heard was static, then a whisper, "Ethan." The call ended. I sat frozen. Nobody should have known my name. The next morning, I found the costume hanging on my bedroom door. I was sure I had left it in the closet. I blamed it on exhaustion. The following night, I locked it inside a storage box. At 3:03 a.m., the phone rang again. Unknown number, the same voice, only closer. "Ethan, why did you lock me away?" Then silence. The next morning, the box was still locked, but the costume was gone. It was hanging in my closet again. That's when I stopped looking for explanations. A few days later, I started seeing a clown, a real one. The first time, he was standing across the street from my apartment, watching me. I looked away for a second. When I looked back, he was gone. The next night, he appeared again, closer, standing beneath a streetlight, his face hidden in darkness. I reached for my phone. The light flickered, and he disappeared. Every night he seemed to move closer. Then one night, I woke up suddenly. Something felt wrong, like I wasn't alone. I opened my eyes. At the foot of my bed stood a clown, smiling, not moving, just staring at me. I jumped up and switched on the lamp. The room was empty, but beside my bed was a muddy footprint. Only one. As if someone had been standing there for hours, watching me sleep. The next day, I checked my security camera footage. At exactly 3:03 a.m., my bedroom door slowly opened. Nobody walked in, but a dark shadow moved across the floor, toward my bed. Then the video ended. No glitch, no explanation, just black. That night, I decided to get rid of the costume. I drove to a landfill outside the city and threw it away. I watched it disappear beneath piles of trash. For the first time in weeks, I felt relieved. Until I got home. A small envelope was taped to my front door. Inside was a photograph. The photo showed me standing beside the landfill. Someone had taken it from behind me. Written on the back were 4 words. "Thank you for visiting." My hand started shaking. Whoever took that picture had been standing only a few feet away, and I never saw them. The phone calls continued. Every night. Always 3:03 a.m. Sometimes the voice laughed. Sometimes it whispered my name. Then one night, I finally asked, "Who are you?" For several seconds, there was silence. Then the voice replied, "I'm the one wearing the costume." The line went dead. The next morning, police knocked on my door. A nearby warehouse had caught fire. While searching the building, firefighters found an old room filled with circus equipment. Among the items was a newspaper clipping. It described a clown performer who disappeared decades ago. His body was never found. According to the article, the last thing he was seen wearing was a clown costume identical to mine. That night, I packed my belongings and left the apartment. Before leaving, I checked my closet one final time. The costume was gone, completely gone. I thought it was finally over. Then my phone vibrated. A new message. No number. No name. Just a photograph. The image showed my empty apartment. taken from inside my closet and hidden in the darkness behind the camera. A pair of eyes stared directly at me, as if they were still there, waiting for me to come back. So what do you think? Was this simply a tragic case of shared delusion? Or do you believe there are still parts of this story that can't be explained? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, subscribe for more real mysteries, crimes, and horror cases from around the world.